Master the 80/20 rule if you want to be so productive it feels almost illegal. You must first understand the 80/20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. Think about it. Out of all the things you do in a day, only a few tasks truly move the needle forward. Maybe it's that one client call that brings in most of your revenue, or that one habit, like exercise, that boosts your energy for everything else. The secret is learning to identify and focus on those high-impact tasks while eliminating the rest. Most people waste time on low-value work, checking emails every 5 minutes, scrolling social media, or saying yes to unimportant meetings. These activities make you feel busy, but they don't make you productive. Productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing what actually matters. Here's how to apply the 80/20 rule. 1. Audit your tasks. Write down everything you do in a week and circle the few activities that bring the biggest results. 2. Cut the noise. Ruthlessly eliminate or minimize low-value work. If it doesn't drive results, it doesn't deserve your time. 3. Double down on the 20%. Spend most of your energy on the few things that truly matter. Imagine a student, instead of studying every single page of a textbook, they focus on the 20% of topics most likely to appear on the exam. That's smart productivity. The same applies to business, health, and personal life. When you master this rule, you no longer feel overwhelmed. Suddenly, you're achieving more by doing less. You're not drowning in to-do lists, you're laser, focused on what brings exponential results. And that's why it feels almost unfair, like you've hacked the system of productivity. Remember this: busy is not productive. Effective is productive. The 80/20 rule is your blueprint for shifting from busy work to real results. That's the first step to becoming so productive it feels illegal. Keynote 2. Time. Blocking and deep work. Parek tilde 400 words ka speech te. Yar high. Microphone speech on Keynote 2. Time. Blocking and deep work. Tilde 400 words. If you want to reach a level of productivity so sharp it feels almost illegal, you must master time, blocking, and deep work. Most people approach their day reactively. They wake up, check their phone, answer emails, scroll social media, and let the world decide how their time is spent. By the end of the day, they feel drained but have achieved very little. That's because they never entered a state of deep focus. Time blocking flips this around. Instead of reacting, you design your day. You break your hours into blocks dedicated to one activity only. No multitasking, no distractions. For example, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., you're fully locked into your most important project. From 11 to 12, emails. From 1 to 3, content creation. Each block has a purpose, but time blocking is only half of the formula. The real magic comes from deep work, working with total focus on a single, demanding task without distraction. No notifications, no noise, no interruptions. This is where your brain produces its best ideas, its best problem solving, and its highest output. Studies show that 1 hour of deep work can be worth more than 5 hours of shallow, distracted work. Imagine what happens when you combine structured time blocks with powerful deep focus. Your productivity skyrockets. To make this work, follow 3 simple rules. 1. Protect your time blocks. Treat them like sacred appointments. No excuses, no interruptions. 2. Eliminate distractions. Put your phone on silent, close extra tabs, and create an environment that supports focus. 3. Schedule recovery. Deep work is powerful but demanding. Balance it with breaks to recharge your mind. The truth is, shallow work keeps you busy, but deep work makes you irreplaceable. It's where breakthroughs happen. When you live by time blocks and practice deep work, your day stops being a blur of random tasks and becomes a series of powerful, focused wins. This is how you start doing in one day what others can't accomplish in a week. And when you operate at that level, trust me, it feels almost unfair. It feels illegal. That's the second step to becoming insanely productive. Keynote 3. Automate, delegate, eliminate 400 words. If you want to be so productive it feels almost illegal, you must understand this rule. Stop doing everything yourself. Most people confuse productivity with busyness. They think being productive means working longer hours and doing more tasks. But true productivity is about working smarter, not harder, and one of the smartest ways is to automate, delegate, and eliminate. Let's start with automation. Technology is your silent employee. From scheduling tools to AI assistants to financial apps, you can set systems that run tasks without you lifting a finger. Imagine emails being sorted automatically, invoices being sent, or social media posts going live while you sleep. That's not laziness, it's efficiency. Next, delegate. Ask yourself, do I really need to do this myself? If someone else can do it 70–80% as well as you, hand it over. Entrepreneurs, leaders, and top performers don't waste time on things that others can handle. They keep their energy for the tasks only they can do, the ones with the highest impact, and then comes the most powerful step: eliminate. Not every task deserves your time. In fact, most don't. Some meetings are pointless. Some emails don't need replies. Some goals aren't even aligned with your vision. Ruthlessly cut what doesn't matter. Every time you eliminate a low-value task, you make space for high-value work. Here's the mindset shift. Productivity is not about squeezing more into your day. It's about removing what doesn't belong. Automating, delegating, and eliminating give you leverage, the ability to achieve more by personally doing less. Think about the most successful people. They're not drowning in to-do lists. They've built systems, teams, and filters that protect their time. That's why they appear superhumanly productive. So ask yourself, what can I automate today? What can I delegate? What can I eliminate completely? Answering these questions could free up hours you can reinvest into deep work, creativity, or growth. And when you operate this way, your productivity starts to look unfair, like you've discovered a cheat code for life. That's the third step to becoming so productive it feels illegal. Keynote 4. Energy management, not just time management. 400 words. Most people think productivity is about managing their time. They obsess over calendars, schedules, and to-do lists. But here's the truth. Time doesn't matter if you don't have energy. Think about it. Everyone gets 24 hours in a day. The difference between someone who feels stuck and someone who achieves extraordinary results isn't the amount of time they have. It's the amount of energy they bring to those hours. You could block out 3 hours to write, but if you're tired, distracted, and running on low energy, those 3 hours won't produce much. On the other hand, 1 hour of focused, high-energy work can create results that feel almost unfair. That's the secret. Manage your energy and productivity multiplies. So how do you do it? 1. Prioritize sleep. No amount of hustle can replace a rested mind. A sharp brain is your greatest productivity tool. 2. Fuel your body. Eat for energy, not just for comfort. Foods high in sugar and junk may give you a quick boost but leave you crashing. 3. Move your body. Exercise isn't just for health. It sharpens focus, creativity, and resilience. 4. Work with your natural rhythm. Everyone has peak hours, times when your mind is most alert. Schedule your hardest tasks during those hours. 5. Take breaks wisely. Productivity isn't about grinding non-stop. Short, intentional breaks refresh your mind and prevent burnout. Here's the key. Stop treating yourself like a machine that can run endlessly. Treat yourself like an athlete. Athletes don't train 24/7, they train in focused bursts and recover intentionally. That's why they perform at their peak when it matters most. If you only manage time, you'll stay busy. If you manage energy, you'll become unstoppable. Imagine stacking deep work during your peak energy hours, supported by great sleep, exercise, and recovery. You'll accomplish more in a single focused session than most people do in an entire day, and that's why energy management is the true foundation of productivity that feels almost illegal. That's the fourth step. Systems willpower tilde 400 words. Here's one of the biggest productivity secrets. You don't need more willpower, you need better systems. Most people believe success is about discipline, self-control, and constantly forcing themselves to do hard things. But here's the reality: willpower is limited, it runs out. If your productivity depends only on willpower, you'll eventually burn out. That's why the world's most productive people don't rely on willpower, they rely on systems. A system is a structure, a routine, or an environment that makes the right action the default choice. It's like setting up your life so productivity happens automatically, without you needing to push yourself every time. For example, instead of willing yourself to work out every morning, set your gym clothes by your bed the night before. Instead of fighting distractions, install website blockers during your deep work hours. Instead of remembering every task, use project management tools to organize your workflow. These small systems reduce decision fatigue and save mental energy for what actually matters. Here's the difference. Willpower asks, "Do I feel like doing this right now?" Systems ask, "How can I make this so easy it's hard to avoid?" Think about McDonald's. It's not the best food, but it's one of the most successful businesses in the world. Why? Systems. Every store operates the same way, with predictable results. You need the same level of systems for your productivity. Here are 3 steps to start. 1. Design routines. Build morning and evening rituals that set your day up for success. 2. Automate decisions. The fewer choices you have to make, the more energy you save. 3. Optimize your environment. Make your workspace push you toward focus instead of distraction. The truth is, the most productive people don't win because they're stronger or smarter. They win because they've designed systems that make progress automatic. When you build systems, you no longer waste energy fighting procrastination or temptation. You simply flow into the work that matters most, and that's when your productivity starts to look unfair, like you've discovered a hidden advantage. That's the 5th step to becoming so productive it feels illegal. Relentless prioritization tilde 400 words. If you want to be so productive it feels almost illegal, you must master the art of relentless prioritization. Here's the problem: most people treat all tasks as equal. They fill their day with endless to-do lists, chasing every small thing, and then wonder why they're exhausted, but still haven't made real progress. The truth is, not everything matters. In fact, very few things actually move the needle in your life or business. Relentless prioritization means asking yourself every single day, what is the one thing that will create the biggest impact? And then putting that above everything else. Not the easiest task, not the most urgent task, but the most important one. Here's a mindset shift. Being productive isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, but better. Steve Jobs once said, "Focus is about saying no." That's what prioritization is. The discipline to say no to the noise, so you can say yes to what truly matters. Here's how to practice it. 1. Identify your big domino. What's the single task that, if you complete it, will make everything else easier or irrelevant? 2. Tackle it first. Do your most important work during your peak energy hours, before distractions and low-priority tasks steal your focus. 3. Cut ruthlessly. If a task doesn't serve your bigger vision, delegate it, delay it, or delete it. Imagine starting each day not with 20 random tasks, but with one mission, critical priority. By the end of the week, you'll have knocked down 5 big dominoes that actually transform your results, while everyone else is still drowning in busyness. Relentless prioritization makes your productivity unfair. It's like having a laser beam while everyone else is shining flashlights in different directions. You focus your energy where it matters most, and the results compound. So stop trying to do everything. Focus on the few things that actually matter, because productivity isn't measured by how much you finish, it's measured by how much of the right work you finish. That's the sixth step to becoming so productive it feels illegal. Microphone conclusion tilde 200 words. So here's the truth. Being prod first, you learned the 80/20 rule. Focus on the few tasks that create the biggest results. Then came time, blocking, and deep work, where you protect your hours and dive into total focus. But productivity isn't just about time, it's about leverage. That's why you must automate, delegate, and eliminate, so you're not wasting energy on things that don't matter. Next is the foundation. Manage your energy, not just your time. A sharp, energized mind beats a tired, overworked one every single time. But energy alone isn't enough. You also need systems, because systems outperform willpower. Build routines that make progress automatic. And finally, the key that ties it all together, relentless prioritization. Focus on the one thing that moves the needle every day and watch how fast you outpace everyone else. Put these 6 principles into action, and you'll enter a level of productivity most people can't even imagine. Not just busy powerful, not just working winning. That's how you become so productive it feels illegal. Active doesn't mean cramming your day with endless tasks. Real productivity is about doing less but achieving more, and doing it so efficiently that it almost feels unfair.